So when you started, you originally
Yep.
came in director of operations, and then relatively quickly kind of were promoted to our chief operating officer. How would you describe the difference between the two, between like what a director of operations does, what a COO does?
Sure. I think that it's different for every organization. I think for Crisp, however, a true director of ops here at Crisp is really over our client-facing teams, and it's really aligning those client-facing teams to deliver white glove service at all times, right? And so, whereas the chief operating officer in the position that I'm in is really taking every single department, every single role here, and making it aligned to each other, and then obviously scaling it for growth. And so, I came in and managing 3 departments, and then, very short while after started managing, the entire thing. And over time, things were kind of transitioned to me and so forth. But at, chief operating officers, they look at the profit, they look at, where the revenue is going and how we're spending and things like that. For our business, a director of operations really looks at making sure that those 3 core client-facing teams are really working together to deliver quality to our clients, that we can make sure that we're always, striving towards our vision.
And then how would you describe really the dynamic between you and I? Because, for all intents and purposes, I say, Alex, you run the company. You run everything in the day-to-day. But how would you describe essentially how you and I work together?
It's a unique dynamic. We're both very honest to a fault, and I think that has worked very well for us, right? So I think that neither one of us really sugarcoats anything in how we're feeling, which I think was super important to establish on the very front end. We both meet, weekly, and I think that we were able to have fun, joke, and play at certain times. But you hold me accountable as much as I hold you accountable, and obviously, we have a very much so respect for each other's roles here. Like, you own the business. This is your baby. This is your lifeline. And, I respect that. I need to always keep that in the back of my mind when making decisions, that it's not my money. It's not my, it's not my livelihood as much as it is your livelihood. You own it. But at the same time, I think you respect my role and making sure that, like, you trust that I'm going to make the best decision for you, for your family, and for Crisp, and obviously Jessica, and down to Mila and Misha, right? So I think that, keeping that level of trust is very, very important. And I think one of the things that we talked about early on when I started was, I don't remember exactly what question you asked, but I said, you have to be comfortable hiring me, knowing that I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that it's not going to all be rainbows and sunshine, but that I won't sugarcoat for you when things are, about to hit the fan.